Hi guys, we're back again. Anime and opposites. I'm Jola here with Uforo. How you guys doing? How you doing?
Hi, guys.
I made that a much quicker one this time.
Yeah, that was a sweet, swift one. Very nice. Very well done. Very well done.
Yeah. Thank you. I just have to say. I wished we had recorded last night because you know how hype I was. I had to call you. I had to tell you that I was like,
yeah, you were too hype. I was
because of old 90s, early 2000s, hip hop music that was playing on BET, and I was like, wow.
I wasn't on your hype. That was the problem.
Of course, you weren't the one listening to it now. So
no, that's actually I already lived through it already. So you coming like 2 weeks late or 3 weeks late or whatever time you coming late, and I'm like, no, it's not a problem.
I just happened to stumble.
Again, it's not a problem. I'm just saying that, and I'm like, I've lived this. Why didn't Jola come earlier? I mean, if she had come at the same time, then we would have been on the same hype. I would like, let's record at 1 a.m. in the morning. Let's do it.
Yeah,
but it's all good.
It's really good. Yeah. All right, man. So let's get into it.
This just in.
Exactly.
you forget that comes out.
I do. I actually do. All right, man.
All right, guys. Oh yeah. So Valve reveals handheld Steam Deck PC game console. So it's like, I've seen it. It looks very nice. It looks like a
You've seen it in real life?
No, like pictures, images. It's the same thing I've seen
it. Like, prototype. They sent it to me. I was like, yeah.
Well,
let's go.
You never know. Why are you hating on your co-host? Imagine if they started to send us these things. Imagine if they start to send us these things. Don't pour Sansan in our Gary.
I'm saying the way you said it. That's all.
Yes, okay. I've seen it in future. That's what's going to be happening. They'll be sending us things to review. But anyways, it looks interesting. Obviously, it looks like the PSP, all the PSP, all of them. Maybe not. Yeah, but the thing about it is that what is going to be crazy and what people are hoping for is that you'll be able to play Xbox games on it, not in the PC way, but you'll be able to have Game Pass on, or rather xCloud rather. And if that happens, all of a sudden you have an Xbox kind of handheld. I mean, we already kind of have it because of xCloud is now on all phones, so you can do all of that. But now it's going to be like specifically for gaming, and it's going to have some strength to it. So I'm still watching as this develops. I'm still, seeing what is going to develop into. But everyone is calling it basically a handheld PC. So that's interesting. Then the next one is so in June sales, Xbox Series X and S topped PS5 in the US. And then they revealed the best. Yeah, actually, it's finally. So yeah, that's a win. That's a win.
To say it's good for them.
No.
Even with all the Xbox Game Pass, for some reason it just never topped.
Yeah, but it's slowly it's coming, and this has happened. So I don't know. I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to sit on it too much. But yeah, kudos to Xbox. Well done. We watch. We see what July says. We see what August will say, and maybe the rest of the year, because June is just the sixth month. So anyway, let's move on. So Microsoft exec, that's the VP of gaming, Phil Spencer. He praises the PS5 DualSense controller, and to be honest, I've looked at that controller. It's a good controller. It's one of the wins of PS5. One of the wins of PS5. I would also add that they finally got the sense to incorporate some of the things that happen on the Xbox controller last, the way it feels and the way it looks. So it's good for Phil Spencer to even say that it's going to also inspire the future of Xbox controllers as well. So everybody's inspiring everybody.
That's what I was going to say. I'm surprised they're only just saying it now. There's no way they won't always influence the other. I mean, they're all in the same industry.
We keep leading on to. I mean, you can be stubborn, and we keep saying it. It's just a pride thing. It's just a stubbornness thing. you can be stubborn, you can be very stubborn, but when you see a competitor doing something right and it's working, like I keep saying with Game Pass and some of the things that happen, at some point you're gonna have to bite the bullet and just be like, well, let's come up with something better, and something better is going to still be slightly similar. So let's watch. Then the next one, quickly, I'll just touch on them. So Marvel's likely said they're likely not going to be doing any big multi-movie deals anymore. So that's signing many movies and doing all those deals.
Like,
I think maybe the one they did is
they signed them from beginning to end.
Do you understand? So
that,
so it's going to just be short kind of things. Maybe they watch and learn, I guess. And I think we're in a watch and learn era. Also, Resident Evil Village sells 4.5 million copies, so well done to them. Monster Hunter animated movie. Yeah. I'm perverts trying to scope her every time and spank her ass or something like that. Monster Hunter animated movie for Netflix gets its first trailer. I've not seen it. Have you seen it? No.
Nope.
Sergio, but it's just what they mentioned. Nicolas Cage has mentioned that he's given up on Hollywood and he's pursuing more independent movies. Nicolas Cage is one guy that I felt like he's been doing the independent movies since, but I don't know what he's doing with himself. But anyways, he has a lot of money to spend and enjoy his life. Yeah.
Regardless, he has his name.
He has his name cemented in gold or whatever it is. So yeah. Walking Dead season 11 gets new trailers gets the new trailer. The new trailer delivers new footage. Sorry to say. So
I actually thought the show was like ending in the last.
That's what I thought, but here we are, season 11. I'm just going to. It's one of those ones that is
coming back.
His
death was.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe he turns to a zombie that turns to. I don't even know. Do you know? I've not even. I mean, I know that because I think me and you have discussed it before, but I've not watched it, so I don't know. So to now, I'm not up to date.
I watched up to his death, and that was about where I.
Yeah, I'm not on that.
The season after I stopped. Anyway, let's go on.
The Borderlands Devs Project 1v1 game. 1v1 game is still in the works. So I'm wondering what. It's just gonna be 1 versus 1, and that's just what it is, really. So two people just come and fight each other. It's kind of an interesting or strange one, should I say? It feels like something you do local. It's something that you do local. You know, when you sit down with somebody in your house, that's when you do the 1v1s, not, or maybe 1v1 more like what's the name, Injustice or Mortal Kombat or all those games. Maybe something like that. Who knows whether that's what they're trying to do? Yeah. So I would take because I was going in a certain way, but I'm going to go in reverse slightly because James Gunn said he has learned a lot from being fired from Marvel. That's what he said. Now, that's interesting. I didn't even realize he was fired till just when I was checking out all this news. And then now he also said it leads into what he's doing, because obviously we've mentioned it before. James Gunn is the director of Suicide Squad 2 that is coming out, and he does another thing. He said Margot Robbie is the greatest actor actress he's ever worked with. Well, I think he put in actor because he's saying in the general scope of everything, it's not just an actress but more of the greatest person that acts he's ever worked with. I like Margot Robbie. I think she is really a good actress. I think she's one of those people that I know that they acted a movie together. That's Leonardo DiCaprio, but I get that vibe to her in the sense that she's very, very serious and takes on the character, as in when she's that kind of person that she'll just be. And I don't mean it in just the crazy actress in that all the things she's done, but some of the roles I've seen her, I really bought into what she was doing. Like, that's what I feel. I don't know about other people, but I've always felt like she's one of those hardworking actresses.
You know the funny thing, I know Margot Robbie, but I've seen her in stuff, but maybe I just never paid too much attention because I don't have a lasting effect of Margot Robbie in my head.
I think
if I think of her performance, I can't think of anything.
I think
So
apart from
maybe I've just not
this,
watched enough.
apart from what's the name, Birds of Prey, or all these things
Birds
that
of
she's,
Prey. I haven't
yeah,
even seen them.
I think that she's not always been the main actress or the protagonist. Let me put it like that. So she's always she's not the
Supporting.
protagonist. She's supporting. So I don't think she, you have to, because most times we are paying attention to the protagonist, so we're not paying attention to the supporting. I think no, I'm not trying to say so supportings don't do like the most or make you pay attention to the, but in a lot of movies, like even the one with Will Smith supporting, the other one supporting, and that Will Smith movie was horrible for me. But
Oh, I haven't seen it. I can't remember the name, but I know the one you're talking about.
so there are a lot of supporting, but I always used to pay attention, and I'm like, not bad. And I think it was The Wolf of Wall Street that I really enjoyed her in.
Was she in that? See, I
Yeah.
don't even remember.
You see?
And then again, I only watched Wolf of Wall Street once, and
Do you
Yeah,
remember
so-
Leonardo? Do you know?
Yeah,
Do you remember Leonardo's wife that he was going to go and lick her shoes and everything? That was Margot
I was going
Robbie.
to go and do it.
You know when he was licking her shoes or something like that, there was a scene that Leonardo was on the floor, then crawling to the
That
wife, and the
sounds
wife was
vaguely
like
familiar.
putting shoe on his head. There's even a whole meme about it. That was Margot
Oh.
Robbie putting the shoe on his head, and she was the wife.
I should probably rewatch that.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
But going back into James Gunn, I am really. I mean, I didn't know he was fired from Marvel, like I mentioned before. I'm also very curious to see how, because Suicide Squad is out on the 30th of this month. I'm curious to see what he did, because I feel like you're going to the rival company, which is DC, to deliver something. You deliver good movies. I can't say Guardians of the Galaxies were not. I say Galaxies because I'm calling all of them, but I think it's just Galaxy 1. But I'm just putting all the 1, 2, 3, all of them together, or 1 and 2 together, and saying Galaxies. But I did not think. I thought they were good movies. I enjoyed them. So I am going to say I'm curious to see how much he puts into this, because he's coming back of the fact that he needs to maybe prove a point to Marvel, beat them, do some certain things, deliver on a good movie. He has brought in a good cast together. So let's see what he does. Yeah. And then this one I found it particularly interesting. So some hackers, I think they hacked EA, and they're releasing stolen company data, and they're asking for ransom to pay them out. I wonder what the data involves, but yeah, it's like
Just probably they're, I don't know, users or whatever. The
yeah,
usual.
user information is always very, very expensive. So it's one of those ones that nobody wants leaked.
Yep.
Yeah. Then the next one, Australian legislators want to ban loot boxes for minors, and that's
When you say
weird.
loot boxes, are you talking about like loot in COD, that kind of thing?
Yeah, something like that. There are these.
I don't
Oh,
understand.
no.
Why?
There are loot boxes. Okay, I think the way I understand it is, there are some games that have like they are loot boxes, but they're not necessarily like in the game. I'm trying to think of how to explain, because I get it here, but to explain it now, sometimes I believe I might not be. Let me not say it's like I'm 100%, because my younger brother is more into the loot boxy thing. But I think sometimes some of these games have like you can get loot boxes that it is like they put it into the game, but it is not necessarily like just simple loot or something like that, like how you have the game. Like there's some extra
Yeah.
special bits to the boxes.
Special
So
loot.
yeah, there are special loot to the boxes. Like if you go and do this, you will
Yes,
get
yes,
this
yes,
special
yes.
thing. So I think that is what they're trying to ban
But why?
from. I don't
What is
know.
bad about that?
That's what I don't
Still
know.
within, you do extra, do this to get this special, this.
That's why it's a strange one. that's why I made it, because it's a strange one. And then finally, we've seen the Witcher season 2 trailer, and yeah, that's out. So
The Witcher.
The Witcher.
The,
Go on.
the only thing, not the only thing, but what is like one of my favorite things is toss a coin to the Witcher. The song that guy was singing.
Yeah, that was a good song.
Yeah, but what did you think? Oh, your expression. You thought I was going to talk about him in the bath scene, Abby. My mind didn't even go there until I saw
I
the
didn't
expression.
remember.
It's a lie. Don't make me shout like Your expression told me. My mind didn't even go there until I saw you looking at me like,
I just shook my head. That's all I did. I shook my head.
Anyway, it's a nice song. But yeah, the trailer is like doesn't tell you very much.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling Jola before before we got on this that I remember playing one of the Witcher games. I mean, I've not played all of them, and I've just played one of them. And I think there was a scene, or there's a particular part that the guy was also taking care of the girl, took her to the sanctuary where there are other people like him as well and stuff like that. So it seemed like the same. So it seemed to get that from the game as well. So I was just saying, interesting. So yeah, I'm done with mine. On to Jola.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently Robert Downey Jr. Has signed on for a new HBO show that will feature him playing like multiple bad guys. I don't really know this deep story around that, but good to know.
Yeah,
Robert Downey is
I just felt, I mean, likable dude, but he has had some questionable roles in the past. I start remembering some of
good
those
and
things.
Bad.
Yeah.
Because if you think of all these like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, those are movies people like.
No, is that Thunder? Is it Thunder something? That one that he was a black man.
Oh, that won't work in today. That won't work today. Like that would.
It would not work today. It did blackface, and it was doing the
whole. I'm
whole.
not gonna lie, it was funny.
It was funny then, but in a PC world of today, it would not work. I remember.
I'm surprised they didn't call him out now for it. Like I'm surprised.
I think no. They actually have. Somebody has put something, but I don't think it worked.
But it didn't fly.
Because Robert Downey Jr. is so likable, so people just batted it away. Like, no, we don't want to hear. But he did the whole voice.
He
did
the face, the
he
accent,
did the voice, everything. Like, hey son,
talked about
I'm
the
gonna do
Jeffersons. Oh, and then he now did the "What do you mean, you people?" And I'm like, oh my god, the guy pushed it. He pushed it.
Oh, now pushing it. Now really pushing it. But yeah, I mean, again, that's the world of what. Sorry, just 1 second on this. But it shows the world. I mean, I'm not trying to. We're in a woke world now. We're in a world where everybody is alert. Everybody is like
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. I said Thunder something, but I didn't remember the first part. Yeah. So I'm just saying we're in a world where everybody is. The buttons to press are easy. But I'm trying to say like back then, racism still existed. Don't get me wrong. People were still hating. I mean, we were not that young when we watched it. But I'm thinking that, but it did. I don't know how much it affected people. Like we are talking about it now. It didn't mean anything. I just,
I want to say maybe it was done in a weirdly tasteful way, but I don't want to put it that way to make it feel like it's okay.
Yeah, I get and I agree. I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to say, is it like how somebody, again, this is pushing away from racism now. You know how somebody you don't know something is annoying until someone tells you it is annoying. All of a sudden, it start annoying you, and before it was not annoying. So you know how to wait like. Some of these things, not in racism way, but some of the things that we get offended about, are we really truly offended by it? Especially if what the person meant is not that, and it wasn't like a racist abuse in the way. The only way I can say, okay, I understand why people would be maybe slightly outraged is that you wanted a black character. Why didn't you find a black
Why
actor
didn't you just put a black character
to act that thing? And in that side, because they would not need to do the voice, they would not, because it would be easier for them to just be in that character and just do that or even have the hair because he had the
trying to be more maybe he's more like I don't know fan. I don't want to say fan, but you know what I mean.
So I can understand that, but at the same time, because sometimes Dave Chappelle in some of his comedy skits, which is actually but this is a comedy movie as well. Some of the comedy skits does the white man comedic skits, and do we feel as pain?
But he's doing the voice, right?
He's doing the voice,
painting his face.
No, his face is also white. His face was white, and he was wearing blonde hair as well.
Oh, he painted his face white.
Yeah. As a newscaster.
Oh, wait. I'm thinking. I think yes, there's something.
Yeah,
that's flashing my head, but I don't think I don't know if it's Dave
in no
Chappelle
no
or someone
in the
else.
Chappelle show, he has a blonde hair. He's a newscaster, and then he has a white face, and he does that
That,
Charlie, that kind of voice that is very very like a blonde white
yes, I
man
know the
kind of
voice.
thing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and it's part of his skits. I'm trying to say, like, but do we? Because we black people, we feel a lot of outrage when some of these things happen. But when we see those things, even till now, do we feel outraged? And if a white man came and was feeling outraged that, oh, why couldn't they have the same thing? How serious
Well,
do
do
we
you
take
know
the
why
person?
though?
Why?
Well, the problem here is always on the side of the person who has been
Oppressed.
oppressed. The white was never oppressed. So even if you put all the powder on the face you want, they were always the ones, you get what I mean, right? So
Anyways,
that's just always the
yeah,
thing, right?
it's all. I don't obviously
if
again.
if,
I don't,
if there was never, I'm sorry, if there was never any like slavery or oppression for anybody who is a minority, and then people are doing these things, it won't have the same problem. It won't have the same issue now. It would just
It
be
would.
you doing one thing or the other, right? It wouldn't have the same connotations.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, it's just something sometimes I discuss it, I think about it because I get it. I understand the outrage, some of the lot of these things, but some of these things I wonder is the outrage
You are doing it.
is the
No,
outrage
exactly.
justified? Are we just outraged because someone told us we should feel outraged? Is the person also the person that is doing it? I don't mean in the racist abuse, like they will call you the N word, or they would be like say football, what happened recently, and all those things. That's bad. Like don't even there is no oh we all are outraged about that. But I'm trying to say, like, some of these things that some people might do they mean it to abuse you or something like that? And I don't mean abuse in the way like definite racism. I mean some of the, like, even now some people find it offensive that someone should call you black. Like, it's offensive.
Well, it shouldn't be normally, not unless you put it. If you use it as an insult. If
No,
you say,
but not in an insult.
Somebody is a.
Do you know?
If you say someone is a black person, then you are describing.
I
that
don't.
person as
Sorry,
black.
sorry that we're. Anyways, I had a very short.
You mean segue, Abby?
I had a very short headline, so I'll just say one thing. I had a very short headline, so I'm
Yeah.
allowed this. I have met like a few people that sometimes, and someone wants to, like, when I was working somewhere else before, and someone wants to explain another black
They
person
don't want to
me,
say that black.
but
guy,
they don't want
Abby.
to say black. And I'm looking at the
Yes.
person and I'm like, and the
You're
person's
waiting
like,
like a
and
hen.
like, and I'm waiting, and the person's like,
Yes.
so because there were a bunch of people there, and they were like trying to tell me that black guy, but they couldn't tell me that black guy. So
But
they were
they
saying,
couldn't say that black.
they were like, so you see that guy over there, and everybody was wearing like the same color of shirt, so they couldn't really say, oh, wearing this shirt.
The
let
one
me
is
see.
that. You said the third one to the left.
They're like, oh no, and they were clustered together, so they couldn't even say, oh, this. Very very difficult. But I kind of when I saw the difficulty, the person was, because I first said, oh, you mean that guy over there with the blonde hair? No, I said no. That, and I'm like, I got what was good. I said, you mean the black guy? They're like, yeah.
You not be like,
I felt very bad for the person because I felt like this should be easier, but it should be
But
easier, but
it's sad. But it's always these things where it should be cool like that.
it should
But
be cool like
you
that.
always have those that when you give them an inch,
They take,
a mile.
yeah, definitely.
So
definitely.
you say, oh yeah, that black guy, but from there it turns to something else. I'm not using any examples, but it turns into something else entirely, and you're like, that's why some of them you just want to cut it from the beginning.
And do you know that? Sorry to say one more thing, because it's really
fine,
interesting,
and it goes. It's
really
in line
interesting.
with the topic.
It's really
anyway,
interesting.
in a
Yeah,
way.
it is.
Go
It
on.
is. One more thing, outside of like white people, and I mean white people like white Americans and maybe Europeans, like outside of that, I feel every other minority, like we call every other race kind of minority, because in the places that we go into we are the minorities a lot of times, but
In those places,
in Africa we're the majority. But whether it's the Arabians or the East or the Asians, like when I mean those other minorities, they don't feel, even Mexicans, like you see some things, they don't feel that certain type of way towards them. Because I've seen something and in this same
Towards
place
you.
I used to, no, like they don't feel the same, fear of that
To say
racism
black guy.
to say some certain things. Like I saw someone, this guy is from Nepal. I saw a Nepalese address a black guy, and he walked to, and he doesn't know this guy like that. That one I know for a fact. It's not like, oh, they are best friends or something. And he went to the guy like, hey, what's up, my N? And he shook. That's what he did. And I was watching the thing, and I'm like, interesting. And I could see
I don't know about
confusion. I could see confusion in the other guy's. I know what you mean, but I could see confusion in the other guy's eyes. But he was so confused as to how to react to
Did he
this.
say it?
No,
Yeah.
he was like, what's up, my hand? And he brought his hand to shake, and the guy was looking at him like, and the guy shook him, but you could see his eyes were like trying to process the information.
Process what just happened.
But he's like, should I be offended? But I don't know if it's because it's not, it's not the, I get you saying yes, but it's like, it's not the people, the person that use this is not
Used
the
it.
other people that will use this, that will make it offensive. So the thing was, it was racing through I could literally see his eyes, and I was just watching the whole exchange, and I was seeing through his eyes. I mean, me, I was a little bit fast, and it wasn't my business, so I was not going to say anything, but I was looking at the guy's eyes were just, you could just tell in that like split second, so much information had passed through. And obviously he did nothing with it. And then he now took me back to watching a video on either Wallstar Hip Hop or YouTube or something, and some black guys were somewhere and some Mexican guys were somewhere, and then the Mexican guy said they were talking about, there was a news person that was trying to, or not news person, but someone was asking them questions, and the Mexican guy said, oh yeah, something, and used the N-word like that. And then the one black guy wanted to get outraged, then because I don't think he realized they were Mexican, and then the Mexican guys are like, we're Mexican, like, and then the black guys now said, oh yeah, okay, cool, and everybody shook hands like it was okay. Then he now takes me, wait, that's not trying to, it's
what?
weird.
People create their own rules around it sometimes.
That's what I'm trying to say. It now takes me into rappers, and you see, and I see it
or like even Eminem.
Eminem. I don't even think
I mean,
Eminem.
I'm
Eminem is
sure,
back then.
No, not
back
then,
now.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
and
no,
I think,
no.
but I'm not forget Eminem self. Let's move. Eminem is a different category. Let's leave him for now. But I'm trying to say, even like I see even different rappers. What's his name? 69. That one that went to prison, and so Tekashi 69. He's just one of these rappers that.
Oh, Takeshi, whatever. Yes. Okay.
And there are a lot of rappers that are not black, and they don't have any black in them. So it's not like, oh, but they are like a different ethnic group. They are like Mexican. They are something else, and they use the N word, and nobody seems to have a problem with it. Like, not blacks, not everybody. So it always makes me
As
wonder.
long as you are, as long as you're a minority,
as long as you have a little shade,
little shade, little shade.
So
whatever.
it's something to you again. That's like goes back to the point of me saying, is it that someone told you, like, and it leads to what you said, is that because someone told you it is annoying? So it's annoying, and then it's annoying because these were the people that oppressed us. So it's, yes, definitely you cannot use it, but every other person that did not oppress us can use it, but you
I don't know, brother.
you can't.
You don't have membership.
It's like the cool kids clique.
Yeah, you know what? As you said, people create their own rules. Me, I'm just for like, this is a problematic word.
Don't use
I
it.
understand using it to take back the ownership, but just don't use it.
I think, and it takes me back to the. It's
don't do.
that
I
this,
can, but you can.
I did not realize that
Put it
this
in popular music, and then
I didn't realize that this headline was going to lead into the topic that we're talking about, which is very interesting.
Me too.
But what I'm going to say is that it just takes me back to the point. I was watching something, and it was like a movie or a TV series, and there was a black guy, and he kept telling even other black people, like, don't call me the N-word. Like, Me personally, I'm not.
Me personally, I'm not.
I'm
worried.
not. So don't call me. Like, don't come and refer to me. Hey, what's up, man? Keep it. Just call me. Hey, my dude, whatever. But don't call
My
me the
guy.
N-word.
Yeah.
I'm not going to allow you, because what it meant. I understand you saying we are taking ownership, but what it was used for was for a bad reason. So you're now. It's like talk.
Yes.
It's like how people have called. I know it's not the same, but like changing bitch. Hey, bitch, hey, bitch. Everybody's now mad. But it is
I'm
still
not
bad.
for it either.
Exactly. It's still bad.
Yes. If I'm saying bitch, then it means it's an insult. Oh, that bitch. I know people say, oh, as you said, they'll say, hey, bitch. I'm not really for that. I'm
No,
not
so
really
yeah,
bitch
yeah.
type
It's
either.
one of
Like,
those
what
things
is
that let's not make it normal. Let's not make it
Yes.
normal. Like, and even
Yeah,
and
just calling for slip ups.
the last one itself, the last thing is that, and I said the last thing last time because it keeps building up. In South Africa,
yeah.
the N word is actually not a bad thing. Even from like
Is it?
the white people saying is, I think that I read somewhere that is not. They have their own. That
Are
is
they
diff-
using it?
No, they have their own.
Oh,
So
they have
it
their
does
own,
because they no, it's not like meaning. They have their own that was like that was I can't remember the word, but it was used like appetite, whatever they had went through. So the N word does not mean anything to them. That word is worse. So if you're using the N word, even though they know all of these things that are happening in culture, it means nothing.
I was going to
But-
say it should. Okay, go on.
But
go
it
on,
is
go on,
this other word that
That means
they
more.
can that if
They
you
can
use that
contribute to
word,
their family of their country.
yeah, if you use that word, they can kill you. Like they'll just beat a person because it's worse than even say. You can even use them to say, cool, but that one, don't play with it. Only maybe I don't know if they use it with themselves, but yeah. Just interesting. I'm just saying, it's interesting how things change according to how you're moving between cultures. Like it just keeps changing. So it's still that's the meaning of the word. It's deep. It's deep.
Honestly, Joe, just leave it all together, Jerry. But anyway, it's all good, man. Sorry, guys, for that. Well, whatever. Segue. What was the last thing I even said? Oh yeah,
Place-
yeah. I only said one. No,
Only one.
I said one.
But I enjoyed that.
Alright,
please.
yeah. So did I. It's in line with what we're doing. Anyway, PlayStation boss says we want the best games, not mediocre titles.
I feel like that's a dig on Xbox. That's why I put it there. And I feel it's a dig on Xbox because it's like Xbox
Yeah,
is buying
that is calling-
they are buying a lot of studios. Now these studios are not necessarily going to bring out top line games every time. There are going to be a lot of titles, like just games. Secondly, I feel like it's a dig on the Game Pass because the Game Pass is not filled with 100 games or 100 games top titles in the world. I mean, you have like maybe 50 games good titles, or maybe if we say 30 games super top titles, 20 games good titles. Then the remaining 50 can be different, like just
Like it's
this
not.
so I just felt like that was like we were going for the best games. We are going for the God of Wars. We are going for those type of games, not all this rubbish. Yeah, that's how I felt. Yeah, but anyways,
Okay.
what mentioning?
Okay, fair enough. Space Jam director wants Dwayne Johnson in the third movie. They are doing a third movie.
That's what I thought. Exactly what I thought. I've not even watched the second one, and they're going for it.
I've not either.
What is Dwayne Johnson going to do at this point? Is it not Jumanji was not enough for him? Now he wants to get something to another
I
game.
like Dwayne.
No, I like
If you
Dwayne.
want
I
to.
like Jumanji. Trust me, I'm not a Dwayne. You know I like Dwayne. So
I
it's
do.
not
I like
anything.
Jumanji too.
So it's not, I have no
still think
problem.
it's
But
a
I'm
lot
just
funnier than.
I'm not disagreeing with any of that. I'm just saying they're just creating another
They're
type
just
of
creating
how many
more and more. I'm
wait,
not
are
gonna
they-
lie. Saying Dwayne is gonna be in it is going to make me more curious about it. I won't
to
lie.
play
I won't lie.
basketball?
No, not him to play basketball. They might change. Since they want to do a third movie, they might change it. How many times do you want to get something?
Yeah, but doesn't that take us to kind of Jumanji kind of sequence? That's why I mentioned
Yes,
Jumanji.
true,
That's why
true.
I mentioned Jumanji.
It will then go into the Jumanji way rather than.
But if he's not playing basketball, then
then
it's just
but
maybe
but
a futuristic Jumanji, because it's futuristic and maybe
yeah.
yeah, that's what. and then with Bugs Bunny and the rest.
Yeah. Well, okay, interesting one. Nintendo Switch pre-orders. Okay, yeah, you need to tell me this because the.
So no. So they're just saying no. You know OLED. OLED is a type of screen.
I've been seeing it. I told you this.
OLED is the.
So is this supposed to be a bigger screen for the Switch?
No. It's the type of, you know how you have LCD.
A better screen.
You have LCD. You have plasma. So OLED is the.
So better screen for the.
Yeah. So OLED is the So OLED.
I know I saw something about them doing a better version of what they had, but
so OLED is new generation stuff. So yeah, like OLED TVs are the most expensive in the world right now. So yeah, normally, so they're just saying that Nintendo Switch has OLED. Nintendo Switch OLED is now pre-order, so people can pre-order it. That's all. So if you love Nintendo Switch, you want to get a better screen, pre-order. There you go.
Good for them. Antonio Banderas joins Indiana Jones 5. I don't care. I don't know why they're doing Indiana Jones. The franchise should just go.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. But there are people that love it.
Antonio, even Dwayne Johnson adding to this, I won't care. Don't do it again. The movie should be dead. Leave it. It's not good. Like, no, didn't you watch the one with Shia? That, like, I saw it by mistake, and it's the biggest mistake
I think Shia is just one of those guys that I don't understand him. So I love the movies that he does.
It's not because of Shia the movie was.
No, I don't mean it was. The movie is bad, but Shia has some movies that are like questionable and like this guy. I don't even know. You should have been something, but I don't know what you're doing.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I don't even want to stay on this. Yeah.
Yeah, move on.
That's their business. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, if you want to do that. Nezuko-chan appears on Japan's appears on Japan's weekly Playboy magazine cover. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it. It was like
weird that it's Playboy. Because it's usually human beings, not characters.
That's what I thought, and I guess all the people that are maybe putting her there, maybe they like. Who knows?
I mean, I don't know why they sexualized Nezuko. She was very cute. That was me. She's like very, very cute, adorable. But at the same time,
you know that Twitter page I told you about.
Yes, Nezuko was there.
Highly sexualized.
Did you send me that one? You should have sent me that one. I want to see Nezuko's one.
Okay, I'll send it to you. It's not.
But
good.
I don't know why they had to. She was very cute. Like they should have just left it there. But
she's not even supposed. That reminds me. I couldn't send because Twitter is banned in Nigeria. But poor bad people. Anyways,
I don't even want to.
I know. I don't want to enter them.
I just thought.
I just said let me just see bad people. Anyways, but.
Yeah.
But I said that I saw I saw a meme, and they were like the whole place was like there was like a lady sitting down in a like a restaurant kind of thing, and everything or a room, and everything was getting scattered, and all they wrote Nezuko in her box when this thing is busy fighting.
This guy is running around. Because the guy is flipping, the guy is moving up, down, up.
And it was so funny. And she was just shaking. I wanted to send it to him. I'm like, Jella can't see this unless I do a screen record. You can see, I have to screen record it because it was actually very funny.
But no, it's true. The guy flips everywhere, and I'm thinking the guy should have mad bruises on his back, man. He should have mad bruises on his back. But it's all good. So she's on Playboy. Good on them, I guess.
Weird on them, I guess.
Weird on them, yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen manga is set to resume on the 2nd of August after the break they took because of the creators' health reasons. Fist of the North Star manga gets a stage musical. I've seen some other animes get musicals as well. I mean, I didn't bother saying it, but I've seen a few that have. I think Tokyo Revengers might be one of them or something. There are a few others that have musicals.
Interesting. But interesting. But you know what? Again, it goes back to this culture thing that because we don't live in those areas, you don't realize how what the influence is, what is going on, things like that. Anyways.
Absolutely. Okay, Sony urges users to have to set up a two-step verification following PlayStation Network hacking reports. They've had
So
PlayStation before. That big one that happened, maybe like it might be like 5 years now. That big like hacking one happened. They're always hacking these poor guys. To be honest, it's rich
seriously,
content. Rich information.
they need to sort
But
themselves out. Yeah.
there are people that devote themselves to constantly trying to hack. Like it's not easy, man. Those guys,
It's not easy,
I
sha.
don't know what their own is. Why are you trying to ruin our phone, man?
It's not
But
easy.
yeah, two-step verification.
No.
Black Widow writer said that he or she, I'm not sure didn't know that Yelena's target, didn't know who Yelena's targets would be in the post-credit scene of Black Widow.
That's
Spoiler alert.
no, it's not
No.
spoiler. No, I've not seen it, so I didn't feel that was a spoiler because they say Yelena's target.
Oh,
We
you've
don't know
still not
anything.
seen it. Oh.
So I'm hopefully seeing it this coming weekend, going to the cinema. So that's what I've been. I don't want to watch it outside the cinema. Cinemas have opened, so yeah, that's another.
You didn't want to Disney Plus it.
No. It's one of those you watch it in
Surprising.
cinema.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
Disney
no,
Plus, yeah.
good. No, I even meant legit. I even meant legit, but yeah.
No.
Since
Obviously, I
it's
meant
a
legit
MC,
too. I meant legit
I
as
know you
well.
meant legit, so
Yeah,
I meant
so-
for those that may think otherwise, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, so Marvel just had a big meeting apparently about MCU's rules of the multiverse, following Loki. And the Loki director confirmed that the cliffhanger at the end of Loki has major implications for the MCU going forward, which makes sense because a lot of the things they did in there don't make
Did not
sense.
make
and kind of
sense.
go against the
Yeah.
rules that they set up on time travel and yada yada yada. And of course, it's been renewed for season 2. So yeah, you've seen Loki. We both
Yeah. I want to say one thing about Loki.
spoiler alert. Sorry.
That's it. That I'm not even going to spoil it too much because I feel like we're going to really get into decimating Loki a little
Loki.
bit slightly.
I
don't
think
want to.
I
I
know
don't.
the episode that's going to have Loki. I reckon it might be the episode that will have Loki and the sea, and I'm going to watch Mandalorian, and we'll just do those 3. But it might be 2-packed. I don't know. But I'm thinking
Yeah.
that's what we're
I think that's what we should do. Yeah, let's not leave it. Let's leave it for now. But just, I mean, guys, you know what? You've seen our Twitter page. We've not held back on Loki. So, so yeah.
Loki.
Yeah. Nah.
Well, it's
Nah.
not. It
Yeah.
got a
No. Nah. Let's leave it.
Okay, fine. All right. WandaVision was nominated for 23 Emmys. Yay for them. Thank you. Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, wonderful. They were great.
Can you imagine that? I did not even realize that it was one after the other. So we went from a sad thing to a clapping for the other one. And who?
Yeah.
Well, I personally, I would have said I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have not that I felt WandaVision would have been
You
bad,
thought
but
Loki
I would
was
have.
better.
I've said
I
this
did
in the
not
previous
think
one, and I felt like because I've gotten so much Loki time on the movies that I felt like
Yeah.
it's just going to carry over. But the story they told, anyways, moving on. Let's go.
Yeah. And last but not least, I'm sure you all might have heard by now, and definitely by the time this comes out, Netflix is planning to add video games to its services. They hired Mike Verdu, I hope that's how you say his name, the former EA and Facebook / Oculus executive VP of game. Executive, and they want to make him VP of game development to lead their efforts in expanding their services beyond film and TV. So yeah, Netflix wants to do gaming. What do
Yeah.
you think about this?
I mean, it's just
What do you
another.
know about that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's just another. I think it's just another thing coming into another player coming into the mix. So it's just going to be something that we're going to see what they do. I mean, Netflix have been good with the movies, with the TV shows, with the blah blah blah. They got a lot of competition. Peacock has been winning a lot of awards actually recently. So Peacock has come and seems to even be doing better than Disney and the rest when it comes to
Really?
this media giant, media streaming giant. I did not
I
see
mean,
that
that might make
coming.
sense.
I mean,
You
yeah,
know,
it makes
Disney
sense.
is marketing on their
On their
movies,
on their
Marvel
yeah.
stuff, so-
Yeah.
so-
But I'm trying to. I did not see Pickup becoming like that heavy hit, that heavy of a hitter. Being that it just came in late in the game, but they are hitting. They are hitting very heavy. So I can see Netflix trying to try their hand in the gaming world.
I'm trying
It
something.
depends. It depends on what they do, and like you said, Facebook, Oculus. That's a whole, So maybe they might go into a different world of visual experience in the. So you maybe go to the title, you do it from your TV, and something like that. I wonder, because it's going to be difficult for them. It's going to be difficult. Depends on what they do.
It'll probably go along the lines. It can only go along the lines of all these Steam or Xbox type things.
No,
now.
I know, but
it can only be streaming stuff now.
I feel like it might be movie games, so maybe immersive movies.
Oh, immersive? No, I think they want to do more than
no, they will definitely do more than that.
They realize they can't do more, but they will start with.
I think they will. Yeah, I think they will because.
I'm sorry. Did you ever play? Sorry. Did you ever play? Games like Heavy Rain or Detroit, not Beyond Detroit, Beyond Human or Beyond something, and then
I think I played Beyond Human.
The Detroit one. I can't remember.
I can't remember. I don't think I played Detroit one, but I played Beyond Human.
Okay, but like Heavy Rain, it's like this whole story, like a movie, and then you have this the way the gameplay is different because you have this prompt to do this, to do that, and you move the analog this way, so it's more interactive that way, and you have decisions that affect everything.
It's just like even like when you watch that movie, is it not Black Mirror or something, the one that you have to choose.
Mirror, so maybe
so imagine that in a more of a game play one, and then you're using your face. Anyways, that's
we'll see what they do.
We'll see.
All right, that wraps up our headlines, guys, and we move on into the main content. I'll let you do that.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I'm sure you've seen from the title what it is about in that sense. But myself, no, I'm going to say it again. Myself and Jola have been I was watching something and I noticed that. I was watching an anime. I'll start. We're going to be given a mention.
Right?
I was watching an anime and it was called Remain. Is that what it's called? Yeah,
it's one of the new summer ones.
It's one of the new summer ones, and it's a sports anime. So I was like, interesting. So I think in the second episode of the Remain anime, they mentioned there is a character that came out, a black character. I don't have a problem saying black. Going back from what we said in the previous
It's black.
But yeah, it was a black character, and then he mentioned his name, and then he said, "Oh, my father is Nigerian." So that little rang alarm bells, man. Like a strange place for this to come up, and he's a very tall character and blah blah blah. But I said Nigerian,
and hair and all that.
And interesting. So it just made me. Obviously, it now took me to remembering Fire Force and the Ogun, the character, which was now, and his moves were Yoruba Spear, Yoruba this, Shango dance, Yoruba dance, which is a whole Nigerian thing as well. So I just went back there, and then it now got me thinking about black in anime, the black culture in anime, and that's the name of the black influence or whatever you have. And I started thinking, and then I now brought it to Jola, and we started discussing, and we realized that there's a lot of black influences that are in anime, in the sense that we've seen black characters, but sometimes you don't pay attention to it, so you don't really you don't think about it as such as how you would pay attention to it in a movie. But now with movies, they're everywhere. But before, you would notice a black character in a movie because you're like, they are the only one in the whole movie, or they're the ones that
how it was now.
Token black, or the ones that die, or something like that.
They're filling the quota.
Yeah, or something like. And my mom always.
Or in the scary movie, the one that's going to die first.
My mom always used to say, "Why have they killed?" So I said, "But mommy, you're the one that is seeing that they killed the person." But in my head, I used to think, it's not a lie. They killed this person. But yeah, so it was just something that I felt is worth discussing because obviously we're black, and black in anime.
Yes.
So why
Yeah.
not discuss it? So I'm going to start with because I did some research and we did some research rather, and we found out that there was the first major owned black anime studio in Japan. It's called
Yeah.
the Art Shitaju or something like that, or Shaju or something like that. I'm sorry for bombing the name.
Short will just say the art.
The Art, yes. So that's the first black
Yeah.
anime, black owned studio in Japan. And then
Yeah.
the name of the guy that serves as the director, his name is Arthel. And Arthel was inspired to pursue a career in anime after becoming enamored by Ghost in the Shell. So and then he got direct training. He eventually went to go and sought training from the director of Ghost in the Shell and the art director rather, Hiromasa Ogura. That's very interesting. Makes me feel like how in like samurai kind of thing, you go and look for sensei and say, teach me everything you know.
Yes, teach me everything you know. yes.
It completely reads that way. But yeah, so shout out to the art. Did not know about them, but when I saw the works that they've been involved in, I was like, oh wow, they've been involved in a lot. So we just mentioned that they did a key animation in Attack on the Titan, episode 56. If you want to check it out, they did key animation in Fire Force, episode 26. Gintama season 4 key animation. There's a Money Pitch key animation. High School DxD Hero key animation in episode 3. JoJo Bizarre Adventure key animation episode 17. One Piece key animation. Overlord key, and they did 3 episodes.
And they
key
did
animation.
multiple, yeah.
Overlord 1, Overlord 3, Overlord 2, sorry, Overlord 3 key animation. Record of Gang Crest War. I was watching that. Not
thank God
gone
it
so
wasn't
far.
Record of Ragnarok.
No. I would have just deleted them completely. Key animation. 7 Deadly Sins revival of the key animation as well. Tokyo Ghoul key animation, Tokyo Ghoul again key animation, and one lots of Sigrid Far key animation. So yeah, shout out to them. I'm going to check out some of these other ones. I might check out the episodes as well. Just to, I don't know what key animation. Maybe because key animation can just mean a scene. It can mean anything. So or the full episode or the character or anything, we don't know. But anyway, shout out to them. They also did Castlevania as well, the US ONA. So they did the animation cleanup, so they cleaned it up and made it look good. Season 3. So yeah, that's a shout out to the art studio.
Yeah.
Japan.
Good on them. Yeah.
And then
sorry.
Go on.
Okay. Well, I thought I will give the first shout out. Okay, and I'm mentioning these 3 because they're all about samurai and loosely based in one way about the African, the only black samurai. No, I don't know. Let me not say only, but the popular black samurai that was in Japan, right? So we have Afro Samurai, we have Samurai Champloo, and Yasuke.
We have to allow Yasuke for this particular episode.
Yeah. I mean, sure. For this, I mean, yeah. But and let me just also let you guys know I'm watching Samurai Champloo right now. Finally, I'm working my way through it. Yeah. So, good vibes there.
Very good vibes. I have to say that it's very, very chilled. I have to say I am not.
But anyway, go on.
The Samurai Champloo character, that's the one that we believe is black. For some reason, I'm
not sure that he's black.
Not so sure. He has everything that seems black.
Yes,
don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
But it's one of those ones that I am. That's why I did not. It's one of those ones that I am 50-50 on, and there are some of them in this list.
That look.
That you're like.
That don't necessarily look as black, but their vibes are very black, and they're
like The Rock, just like The Rock. He's black. But The Rock is black, but you will not.
Oh, no! I thought you meant The Rock in anime.
No, I meant like The Rock is black, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't. Sometimes you're like, are you?
Yeah, but he is. Or at least part, like he's very.
I had to Google because his father is very black, but I had to Google this thing a lot and be like, are you? Am I sure?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. But yeah, these. But at the end of the day, with Samurai Champloo as well, the influence of
It's
the whole
rap.
black thing is
The
there.
rap. There's rap.
Everything
The
is
intro is
there.
rap. The whole
The
thing
intro,
is
the
very.
ending, the vibes,
The
everything
vibes
is
is
very.
so rap. And whenever they go into a fight scene, they start with the whole rap thing.
And then they have the DJ.
The DJ, chick, yeah.
Thing.
No.
Yeah.
It definitely is what the whole anime is what mentioned because it's very black influence, like hip hop culture, different things like that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then the next one is there's
Well, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Go
The
on.
funny thing is, Yasuke is about the black, directly about, but
About
not
the-
based.
yeah,
but it's
directly
about the
about.
black samurai. But then everything in the show is not.
I felt
not
like
black.
I just like we
Aside
said
from
before,
him.
I felt like they could have simplified this thing for us. They didn't need to
Yeah.
over. But anyways, they were playing around, they were enjoying themselves. So
Yeah. Sure. Anyway, yeah. Sorry. Go on.
can you say the name?
When I saw it was next, I said, "Oh yeah, go on."
I like that felt like baiting me into it.
Okay. So, on Yakopon, if you guys remember, in this last season 4, part 1, anyway,
Yeah.
of Attack on Titan, they introduced
Onyapokon.
spoiler alert, I guess, Onyapokon. Yeah,
Eh?
and he was the only. What?
You said it in a different way.
You mean Po and K? Yeah, I always mix it up. It's Onyapokon, not Onyapokon. Yeah, but Onyapokon. So they introduced him, and even in Attack on Titan, everybody was like, "Whoa, who is this guy?
Yeah.
How come you're dark skinned?" And he had to tell them that, I think in the anime he says, they ask him why he's dark, and he says he thinks like God created different people, including him, to make things interesting. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that.
As an explanation.
I think so. I think so too.
Because the people on before
Yeah,
I go
no,
too much
no,
into Attack on Titan, the people
let's
on
go.
the island obviously didn't know anything about the
No,
outer
no,
world.
yeah,
So when
yeah.
they saw him, they were like, "Whoa,
Whoa, what's going on? Yeah. And it's like a whole way. We're just dealing that other people existed. Then we're coming to come and deal with
Yes,
the black
there
person.
are also other like ethnicities. Well, you know what I mean. So yeah, that was an interesting addition when they brought him in. It was an interesting thing, and the fact that they dove into it was also interesting. Yeah, and I don't know if you want to go with the next, or I should just go.
Yeah. Then we have Bleach. We have Hiroichi, Kaname, Tosen, and those ones are from Bleach. Tosen.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really like Tosen as a character. I liked him as a character, but I think because of his pantiness towards Aizen, and you know how he was so.
Everything was Aizen Sama.
I think that's where annoying. He was annoying. Yeah. Outside of
but
that,
besides that, he was a
very cool character. He had the braids. He had blue braids.
He had the braids.
He had
like
the,
this thing that's like
and he's blind. I think he's blind
and
as
he's
well.
blind, so everything was just him sensing what you're doing.
He was what
a badass guy.
He was what Yasuke wanted to be. So yeah. Because he used sword as well, I think, or something like that. I can't remember. They all use swords. Yeah, so yeah, true. Then,
honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
That Yoroichi, top character, will make a lot of people's waifus as well. So yeah.
Absolutely.
And she had the whole appeal to it because she used to do the whole thing, like she used to make herself. She used to not talk like that, but there's a way she used to move. Because she had that Catwoman vibe. Then again, Catwoman, interesting that she used to turn into a cat. But I'm trying to say...
Oh, okay, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that's what I say, interesting. But I'm just trying to say, like, she just had a vibe that was I don't mean she put anything on, but she just had a vibe that made her, like, that would make her a lot of people's waifus.
I was going to say, because if the funny thing is, she had the opposite voice than what you would expect. Because she had this... she talked like an old man in a way, like old anime characters. Anyway, let me not digress, but whatever. Tosen and Yorichi, and some honorable mentions, like one of the Vizards was this guy Love that had an afro.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. And a Fullbringer character called Jackie, and one Francesca babe.
There
That
was
was on
also
Aranka as well.
yeah, the Aranka one. That's the one I wanted to go to. Yeah, the Aranka one.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Oh, and yeah, so we have Hunter as well. Now this is full on. Her hair, everything is interesting.
She's full on black. Full
Yeah,
on.
so she's Canary from Hunter x Hunter. Like I think she was an assassin if I remember for
Yeah, and do you know what?
Kilo
Canary reminds me of Sister Crone in Promise Neverland. They just had the same kind of.
How?
No, not
How?
because of the hairstyle. Is that hairstyle?
Oh, the hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
The-
'Cause
obviously-
the only thing I remember
No,
with
no.
Sister Crown is she was just weird and crazy and
There is a hairstyle.
imposing. Side,
Yeah,
but
the hairstyle. No, the way the hair was, they went with that full braid
Yeah.
kind of. Well, not braid like that. What's the name? Locks,
we are both going
locks, like dreadlocks,
locks, okay.
like short locks. Yes. So they had, but Canary was interesting, good character. Sister Crone, very very. I know Sister Crone very interesting
Yeah,
as
you
well.
imagine,
Yeah, because that was
very interesting character.
came in mean and ready to destroy. One of the good twists about Promise Neverland as well.
Yeah.
Then we go to Killer Bee, Dari, and Fort Raikage from Naruto.
Yeah.
You don't like Killer Bee as much, but because he puts
Not as much. I didn't like the whole constant rap everything you say thing. It felt a bit too try hard. I guess that's what he liked, but it felt a bit too try hard. I would have preferred it if it was on and off, because he was always on. Always on. So I would have preferred it if they brought it on sometimes and then off other times. But everything was I rap what I say. I'm better Kono Yaro, Baga Yaro. That's what he used to
yeah,
say.
Kono Yaro, Baga Yaro, yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm on the opposite side. I love it.
No, I didn't hate is strong, but it was just a bit much. I just toned it down.
Kono Yaro, Baga Yaro.
Yeah.
I'm remembering it.
Forgot about that until I said it.
Completely forgot. Also, there's this guy Tech9, a rapper. Now there was a scene where I think that was where Killer Bee fought Sasuke or something like that. There's that part that Killer Bee fought Sasuke, where Sasuke was full on bad or whatever at that time, and they wanted to capture Killer Bee, so they fought. Now there was that particular scene. They now did the whatever you call it, the voiceover, but they put the rap on it, the Tech9 rap, and that, if you watch it, absolutely beautiful.
Really?
Oh
I
my!
don't remember that.
It's on YouTube. No, it's not
don't
in the anime. It's on YouTube. Like,
Oh, you mean somebody edited and did
and
that?
put the Tech9 rap,
I
and
was
he
gonna be
just
like, I don't remember that kind of.
and the rap was going with what he was doing, because it was kind of.
Oh, cool.
I think so.
Send it
Like,
to me.
I'll have to find it. Long time ago, I remember I bought that thing
Oh,
a billion times. But a long time ago, I'll find it, and it was so wonderful because it was as it was, and Killer Bee is a rapper, so it just felt so sweet.
Yeah.
And oh yeah.
Very
One of my
sweet, yeah.
a good scene from Naruto as well.
That's cool. Cause he has he pretty much has bald, and I said bald, blonde cornrows. He and the
Yeah. They have
cornrows
both.
that they have.
Yeah, and even Dari isn't on blonde as well.
No, his hair is blonde, but it's not cornrows.
Yeah, so it's interesting. But that whole the village they came from is not. They a lot of them are
Thunder.
black. Thunder village. A lot of them are black. And
Thunder that is under. What's the bigger one? Maybe whatever.
A lot of them. It was like a whole black race.
A lot of them were,
Yeah,
black
like they just cater to everybody. They just cater to that whole. They say you guys are from here, like so that's like that's the Africa of Naruto.
Yeah.
I would take this other one because I don't believe you watch it. Tenjo Tenge. I was so pissed. I was so pissed because this anime ended, and it was one of those back then. Watching it, I'm not so sure, and it has fan service a little bit, but watching it, well, more than a little bit. But watching it back then, the fights, everything, I was like, this has to continue. And that time I did not understand how things get cancelled because I wasn't into, back then you watch stuff and it just ends and you're like, why is it not continue? You didn't understand that there's a whole budget behind it. There's viewing statistics, there's this, there's the studios, there's what's going on with them, how many shows they can have, blah 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 blah. So at that time I just used to go back to the Crunchyroll I used to watch at that time and just go and and go and look. Is there another episode? But yeah, his name is Bob Makihara, and he was the friend to the protagonist, and he was a good fighter as well. So he had a lot of screen time, and he was very stupid. He had a babe, things like that. But yeah, top, and he makes one of the top characters because of how strong he was as well. So yeah,
he was. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Well, we have well, his full name is Andrew Gilbert Mills. But I think they just used to call him Agil or something like that. He had a shorter name.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, from Sword Art Online, I think he's like the only black person I remember, or black looking person. Anyway, so he was the like shop owner or like a weapons broker of sorts in Sword Art Online.
But he used to go and fight. He used to go with them sometimes in some raids.
Sometimes he wasn't like a main guy in there. Which maybe we should talk about this also.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say you should check out Sword Art Online abridged version. I'm gonna send it to you. It's on YouTube actually, and I think you should watch it. It's hilarious. And if you like it, then we can talk about it.
All right.
And there are abridged versions of other animes too. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. Yeah, something for offline.
Then go with this one.
Yeah, no. Then the next one is wait. Next one is Killer Wrong. Kill it wrong. I did it again. I did it to you again.
I know you were gonna do it when you said wait. Go on. Yeah.
Kill it wrong. That's So Eater. Lovely character as well. Very, very strange. So Eater, I've told you to go and watch it. You need to watch it. Very lovely character because his weapons are black as well, and I think his moves are. I think it has something to do with lightning or something like that. From weird thing, I'm not so sure. But his weapon are they're twins and there are two black girls that are his weapons as well. So he's a Shinigami because So Eaters, they're all Shinigamis. So like it's just like how you would have Bleach. To be honest, thinking about So Eater is a lot like Bleach because they're Shinigamis, and then their weapons are also can turn into people and turn back, which to be honest in Bleach you also have that in a sense on when you really awaken your weapon weapon but top again, good one. You can go. You
should I still skip that and we leave that
no go on
the last one?
No talk about
no
go on.
So you guys know we love One Piece, right? So to get into One Piece, and I think some of these guys might be debatable, but whatever. We have Aokiji.
Definitely not debatable. No, that one is not debatable.
To me, that guy is
pure black. He's not debatable at all.
The whole drawing, the way
the hair, everything, the vibe,
the lips, he's just
everything.
Like everything.
Aokiji is one of my favorite characters in One Piece. I can't lie.
Yeah,
one of
even
my
though
favorite.
He doesn't come in enough.
He is especially when he rode his bicycle on the ocean.
And when he crosses over like a fish or a shark, he's like, "Oh, sorry." He will now apologize. "Oh, sorry." I don't know if you remember that.
One of the nicest guys, but don't mess with him. Mean as well.
Yes, he's nice, but don't mess with him. Yeah.
Mean.
Yeah, bad guy. In a good way, good guy. So I don't know if you remember that guy.
I know what you're talking
with the exploding boogers.
Yeah.
He from Baroque Works.
Yeah. And there was also, do you know that there's also the guy from, I don't know whether he's also from Baroque Works or he's this thing. He has, his hand turns
number one.
That,
he's
also,
but his name was Daz something. He's like, he also has like, black-ish influence.
Yeah, but I saw him in a lot of, when I was doing the research, I saw him in a lot of websites. They mentioned
a lot
him.
of ones, yeah. So, they even mentioned Blueno, but I think his is more on the maybe like mixed Mexican. Well, to be honest, I'll join fine, but they mentioned Blueno on some of the sites I saw as well. But and as well for me, Admiral Kizaru too.
Yeah,
the way he looks.
The way he looks.
I love
even his hair as well. His hair as well is. But
and
he's also
dressing
as well. But he's also something. I know dressing. Yeah, definitely. Admiral Kizaru definitely dressing. Yeah. His hair. The way he talks, he's dressing because he dresses like this pimp from
Like a
Sling
pimp.
Back.
Yeah. Where are my babes or something?
Yeah. And he also has
And
the
his
same
shades.
Aokiji. Also has the same Aokiji. Very chilled. They don't talk,
Very
but don't
chill.
mess with them. Like they make these people like very very chill, but they're not aggressive. But they will just kill
Although
you.
this one is not as nice.
It's not as nice. No. It's not as nice. No.
He doesn't even want to like.
No,
talk
he doesn't
to
want to talk to you too much. Which brings Usopp up. Now, Usopp was mentioned by you a couple, and I did a lot of research trying to. I can see it, but maybe Usopp
Yes.
might be more Mexican than Black.
You think?
Why I say that is because I went to go and check his father out because I went to go and check Yasop, and Yasop has
Yes.
different looks.
Different looks.
They changed Yasop a couple of times, but one of the old looks
Yes.
of Yasop was blonde and
Blonde. But the hair is still
no.
thick and
No, the hair was no. One of the pictures I saw was blonde and straight. Another picture I saw, yes, another picture I saw was now
remember it.
blonde. And I remember that from an old one, watching an old one. I'm like, oh, this is definitely something I've seen before. Then later, when they developed the character more, when they've now, that's when the hair was now more blonde and
looks like dreads.
like dreads, looks like dreads, blonde and dreads. So it made me think like it was that one of those ones that are like, am I sure that he is? I mean, Usopp does.
Because Usopp's hair is seriously.
Yeah.
And then he's the
Braided.
one who told Luffy to do Afro boxing, like the Afro and then the boxing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a debatable one. I understand.
It's the
But
debatable one.
I know pretty early on. I thought, is this supposed to be a blackish character? And then they gave him like what is supposed to be like a soul patch as well.
Yeah.
Chin.
I mean,
different things.
We can give it to them. We can give it to them, but it's one of those debatable ones as well.
Yeah. And in one of the in the research too, a few people were commenting that apparently they've maybe watched or read something about Oda himself saying, I didn't read it, they said, this were comments, and I saw a few comments that apparently Oda said once upon a time that if he was real life, Usopp would be like of African descent or be from an African country.
Then
so
I will take that as gospel, not from you, but from whoever said it. And then we give Usopp full black kudos. Take it.
But wait. So can I mention what you said to me the first time I suggested? Are you? Should we?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So that's why. Yeah, because when I mentioned to you that Usopp is one, you said that if it is that they means they kind of did us dirty.
They did us dirty.
Why you said that?
They did us dirty because look at his nose. The nose
is not black. It's pointed.
It's pointed and big.
Yeah, but I don't think that was a black thing. I think that was.
I know. I'm just saying that.
Inspired thing. I even thought. The funny thing. When you said dirty, I thought you may have gone with the lips, because the way
lips
they draw
as
the
well.
lips, it's not. It looks weird, not black, just weird.
The lips as well. The lips.
The lips are like weirdly drawn.
The lips definitely.
The lips look better now than they did before. That's what I would say. The drawing.
But you know what? Usopp really became muscular, though. You have to give it to him.
Yeah,
the guy had a glow up. Proper glow up. He was so awful looking at one of the pranks. Then all of a sudden, he just came in looking shirtless, shirtless, like, like I'm the dude now. Like I'm just, and still a pants, but definitely someone to rely on in a sense.
Yeah. Sorry, this is a very small segue. Because when you said he came here in channel, do you know why? Another reason why I like One Piece. Like they like to make jokes that are fan service ish. Obviously, I want to see your pants, all that, and Sanji, but they don't overdo it, and I like that. And the reason I'm saying this is it reminded me of after the time skip when they came back and Usopp saw Nami for the first time. Obviously, they drew Nami. She's now more
yeah.
So when even he hugs her and she hugs, he's like, "Ooh, wow, you're like a lot.
You've
changed. You're bigger." But he's not going pervy about it. Even though he's like, "Oh, you are now more womanly." He doesn't go pervy and anything about it. If anything, she's the one squeezing him and putting his head into her
Yeah.
boobs, but he's not perving about it.
Yeah,
And
if
that's
it,
what
if
I
it
like.
was Sanji,
Just
Sanji would have
like,
died. That's just it.
Sanji would have died straight. Died. But yeah, that was just a side thing. Yeah, so that was it mostly for One Piece. There are a few other debatable ones, but I wouldn't say. I used to think Kuma was a bit, because he has some things.
Kuma, heck, boy, obviously, boy has some things. Kuma, debatable.
Debatable, very debatable. Yeah.
Yeah. Then, okay, go on.
Go on. No, you take this. Take this.
I was going to say Ogun. We've mentioned him already earlier. Fire Force. So, Charon as well. Fire Force. Yoruba Spear. Shango is. And by the way, guys, if you don't know, Shango is the god of was called the god of thunder, in the Yoruba Yoruba
culture, should I say.
Yes, culture. Then Charon as well, or Sharon or Charon or whatever they call it. He was also a black character.
Oh yeah, sorry, and Ogun is also a small god as well.
A small god as well, yeah. And then Charon Dasha was the one that he fought the main character at one point, and he wears blind and he uses his legs.
He's part of the
it's part of
the other evangelicals.
Evangelic, yeah, he is.
Yeah. I saw cool character as well. Cool character. Yeah, okay, so I haven't seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure yet. I will get to that, definitely. I know it's very long running anyway. But yeah, so you have Mohammed from
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah, no. Just Mohammed from JoJo. There's no need. There's not much.
I think he's Egyptian or something.
Yeah, something like that. Then, yeah.
Okay, then, you have Rock.
Both of us are waiting for who to take it.
Yeah, Rock Lock and Ken Tagaki.
No. They are the same person. They are the same person.
I was gonna say I don't remember who Ken is.
Rock Lock is his hero name.
His hero name. Oh, okay.
That you know. Then Ken Tagaki is his actual name, and he was part of something called the Black Hero something. There's a particular name they even have for their hero, something that has black in it. I can't remember, but there was something like that. But they showed him in season 3 as well. Then
yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so I've mentioned this. I've not used it as a rider yet. I'm not sure if I will or when I will. But yeah. So you have from Carol and Tuesday, the character Carol. She's full black. Because if anyone has seen Carol and Tuesday, it's like they are now living on Mars. But there are other planets as well, you know.
So what's Carol and Tuesday
Earth.
about?
It's about music, basically.
Okay.
These two girls who are kind of going through something and feel lonely kind of meet randomly and vibe immediately. One is black, one is white, and they just start playing lovely music together.
Okay.
And they kind of are doing old school music where in a world where music has become a bit more auto-tuned, a bit more, you know, all that kind of stuff. So they are doing it old school, straight up kind of thing. So yeah, it's a nice anime. Anyway, I thought it was. So yeah, Carol is black, you know, and there are a few other characters in there too. Do you know Denzel Curry by chance? Have you heard of Denzel Curry?
I think I have. Yeah.
There's a character in there. He lends his voice as well to some rap songs in there.
I know Denzel Curry.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
Then I will go to Aran Ojiro from Haikyuu. It was one of the the main characters team. That's the whatever they call them. I can't remember right now. But the main characters team fought against them. Fought against them, and he's they always make them very tall. So tall and tall and black.
They always do actually. You know what? I forgot. I kept forgetting. I wanted to go and check Kuroko no Basket. I'm sure
I felt there is. I also thought about Kuroko no Basket.
I think one of the top ones is, I can't remember his name though. I feel he's supposed to be black, but I can't remember. I did. It skipped my mind to go and check Kuroko no Basket, but I'm pretty sure somebody there.
Even the character
considering it's about basketball.
Even the character that
from America.
No,
he's
the one
not black though.
The one that Kuroko used to be Kuroko's best. They used to be together until Kuroko left and he used to be on the team. The one with blue hair. Can't remember his name. Not the main character.
That's the one It wasn't him and Kuroko specifically. No, it was just part
No,
of the team of.
no, Kuroko was his, like, he was his shadow
He
initially.
was his shadow. Oh. If it's blue hair, it's the person I was thinking of.
Yeah, I think he has something because he's quite tanned. Let's put it like
Dark.
that.
Yeah, he's quite dark looking.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
quite tanned.
tanned. Yeah.
Then,
Anyway.
okay, we've already mentioned Babayaro from Remain.
Did we say his name before? Because this
Okay.
was they even linked. They gave him Japanese.
They gave him
because
and
his dad is
and they gave him
and
Nigerian
mom
name.
is
Okay.
Yeah. So they gave him both. Yukata. His name is Yukata Babayaro Inomata. And when I saw this, I was like, oh,
huh?
okay.
It was just exactly like, again, going back to Fire Force. When they say Yoruba, this like, huh? Yoruba, this
Yeah,
like,
but
huh?
I know because they fully leaned into the names and everything. Yeah.
And then I would say this one, when I was doing research, I
Very
found it very
beautiful.
strange.
I don't
very,
understand
no,
this.
it's
So
very
let's even
strange.
I don't
Piccolo.
understand it.
They said Piccolo is
I
black.
don't understand.
I mean,
Why?
it's green. Why is it
It's
black?
not black. I don't understand. Maybe they put it there because it's just something else. Because I don't understand at all. Even in his
Strange one.
greenness, his features are not supposed to look blackish either.
You know
It's
what?
not like
is-
he has like. I don't understand it actually. I don't understand that. But yeah, I saw something too on Piccolo, but I didn't see a why he was on there. So that's an odd one. Very, very odd.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Some people are like, no, Piccolo is an alien. Like, why is it this thing?
Yeah, like what has he got to do with like anything?
What does he have to? What, as in, someone is even asking on Korra, like, am I missing something here? Why is he this thing? Okay. So now someone is saying there's a big joke among Black Americans who like Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. So this is context that Piccolo is black mostly because one, I don't know what he's going to say. So just if I say anything offensive, I'm sorry because I don't know what this person is writing.
So something offensive is coming.
I don't know. I can't. I'm not ready yet.
It better not be something to do with this.
Yeah, he said one puts up with his white Asian, but they look all white, friends, stupid ideas. Like, let's go fight this guy who benches 40 of us for breakfast. So, Piccolo is always thinking, like, differently from the rest. The rest are like Goku and the rest say, let's go and fight! Piccolo, so they're like, puts up with his white friends that want to go and fight somebody that is stronger than them. And they're like, he's bald, but yeah, that's part of it. He's bald, tall, and has powerful features. He reminds me of 90% or 25-ish black fathers. The closest thing black people got to representation in that show. So that's why they just give him black.
Oh, right. Okay. Still odd, but
Very odd.
All right.
Very odd.
That's some context at least. And this last one, well, if you hadn't mentioned it, my mind didn't even. And I also then eventually saw it when you put it there. But my mind wouldn't have gone there like at all. My mind did not even go remotely close to that. I'm not gonna lie. But you put so we have Katara on here. I'm basically water tribe people.
Yeah. Because
they look,
tanned.
I think it changes.
Yeah,
they look tanned, lightly tanned. Because I won't go as far as to necessarily call it black or enough of a mix. I don't know that it's enough of a mix, but I can understand what you mean. Because I can almost even argue they almost made Korra look a little more tan than Katara. Especially by the last season. But I don't know. I can understand what you mean by this.
I mean, as I said, it's like it's weird. It's like I called like blended in a sense, but we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. And sorry to go back because I'm still reading some of this. Sorry about switching back. Someone said that it's because Piccolo is from the race.
Piccolo, okay.
Yeah, from Namekian. That's where he comes from. That's his race. And the race was loosely modeled after the Moor, an African tribe, the Moors, African Moors. So that's why there is that whole similarity or things like that. Yeah. So and they said the Namekian continent or the Namekian world was something that maybe was modeled in that sense. Maybe something like that. I don't know, but just give that a little bit of context. Also, so going back to Katara, we don't know. It just feels weird, but don't
I'm
know.
sorry, I just saw the picture you sent me.
It's not right. It's not
Okay,
right,
this
is it?
No, this is not even right.
It's not
the
acceptable.
other ones are even better.
It's not acceptable.
This is not.
That's
it's
why
not
it is.
okay. This is not.
No,
okay.
that's why I
Why
did
they
said
do it
it.
like this? Why did they even do it like this? Like it's not.
It's
even
not
fair.
acceptable. It's not
And
acceptable
it's not appealing either.
at all.
Even if you want to use it, why? Okay, anyway, let's not.
Yeah, it's not acceptable.
But okay, interesting. They now left her eyes big and weird. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So what else would you like to add? But yeah, I think based on this was just us giving a shout out to all the characters that have been related to black, been loosely black, been maybe green,
or, black or any other sort of, ethnicity or
anything
minority or whatever.
ethnicity, because
It's nice to bring
it's
in vibes.
quite to bring back, and also because the Japanese, we don't, well, for the fact that we Yasuke, the first Japanese samurai, which is Ame or the only one or whatever one that time, going not the anime itself but the whole real story. And going back to the fact that we would not have paid that, we would not have. It's like watching an Indian movie, and if they don't put any black representation, we're not going to start noticing that, oh, there's no African inside here. No, that kind of thing. I'm not trying to say Indians don't have blacks. I'm trying to say African themselves, or blacks in the black proper, this kind of black culture, not the black, not just black, like black skinned Indians, not those dark skinned Indians, but also for the fact that aside from that, I'm just saying, in the Japanese watching animes, we don't go into anime because the animes have very different drawings. Sometimes they're very, very strange. That it's not even a human being. It's not about that. So people
or even
go
look at
into
One Piece. You have so many different things.
so people go into watching those things without paying attention to such. So when they actually go out of their way, like even especially for the Nigerian ones, that they call the person Nigerian, they say they go and give some names to the things like Yoruba spear, Yoruba something.
It means they actually thought about
it felt well thought of, and that's a shout. I don't know how racism is there. I don't know whether it's a thing.
I think they have it though.
Yeah. I don't know. So
you follow a channel called Asian Boss on YouTube? They even have, Black Lives Matter and everything. They did a lot of They did a lot of interviews with random people on the streets, asking different people about Americans living there, blacks living there, how their experiences and different things. It's not. They have different things to say about it.
I mean, I know about China. I know about China, but I don't know about Japan. So that's why I was
and Korea
and all those other places. So because I've seen, especially during this COVID time, you've seen a lot of things that are like some proper racist things that should not happen, and on TV and everything. We don't know how true the stories are, but we've seen it.
It definitely is there, and especially with things where it has to do with sexualization of women. And the way they put their own women, like, oh, you're so pure, don't do this. But when it comes to the black ones, they maybe assume that because they're black, they're immediately down for anything. So they will talk to them in ways they don't necessarily talk to their own, females. So they don't afford them necessarily the same kind of respect and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you ever have the chance, check Asian Boss.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
So.
I'll check it out.
But it's bringing more attention to
that's it.
Things for them to think about stuff.
So shout out to all the characters. And we can say like none of these characters, especially for the ones that are protagonists, were useless. They were all characters that influenced the anime. Solid. Not just you were just proud.
Just there.
Just there.
Because another shade to America or Hollywood, shade to them, because the things there with all. Is a whole Hollywood. Sometimes they want to feature a black character or a Nigerian or something, a country in Africa. The way they do it, it's like they didn't give any thought or more research.
Marvel missed the point with that whole Lagos. We don't sound like that. That's not how Lagos looks like. You clearly have the money to employ somebody
to even look,
to
yeah,
give us.
or to just do a little more.
Come on, I
They
mean,
don't.
sometimes you know that they made me doubt, like the way we are talking now.
That
They
one
made
is
me
even better than someone
no,
else.
Marvel, and because Marvel is such a big company that they made me
A big,
doubt
yeah.
the way I sound. Like I was even talking to somebody and I was like, is it that we don't know the way we actually sound? Is it that we actually sound like that and we think we sound like
we don't
this?
Like, no, they are the ones assuming that we sound that
because
way.
they said, look at me, I'm Nigerian, and I'm like, I'm sure I don't say that. I'm sure I don't sound that way. But for you to make such a big franchise, because if it's a small movie, I would say okay, it's difficult. Like if it's something that there was not a lot of budget, I'll say it's difficult. But for you to be, is it not Civil War or whatever? I don't know. Or is Civil War one of the other ones or Captain America? I'm not
The
sure
one
which
that
one.
had them Lagos.
The Lagos,
Yeah, it's Civil War.
yes.
Civil War.
And they came and I'm like, and I was so happy they're like Lagos, Nigeria. I'm like, yes. Then all of a sudden, they're like, we all just sound like we're from Wakanda for some reason. Like,
And even the Wakanda one, let's just say what they could eventually did was supposed to.
no, Wakanda was even
Wakanda
Wakanda was okay because at the end of the day, no, I say okay because at the end of the day,
fan of
no, I'm not. I don't mean him. I meant like the whole of their place was okay because at the end of the day, we don't know why Wakanda doesn't exist. Make believe, but to come to
it's
Lagos,
a combination of all sorts.
and come and give us, and you did not even come to Lagos. Number one, you went to some other place. Fine, you couldn't even authentically take pictures and give us a Lagos. No, you now go and use some people that have never been to Nigeria before, talking like us that are not. I sound different. Jola sounds different. Ghanaians sound different. Kenyans sound different. We can't just give us this kind of Eastern African sound and just leave us that way and they say that's how we sound.
It's one sound basically. Well, that's what I'm saying. That as big as Hollywood is, a lot of the times when they do it, they just don't do it well.
They don't do it well. They don't do it well.
Even Modern Family that I loved, when they featured some Nigerian family, was completely.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
It was so bad. They made them. It was bad.
But that's why again, going back. No. But that's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, it brings it back to the point that it makes me doubt because we have heard the way we sound, and when we listen to radios like Nigerian stations or what Nigerian movies, we hear the way we sound, and we can hear the difference when somebody else from another African descent talks in English, and it sounds completely different to what we say. But when you speak to or when I watch things like maybe even a black American actor is speaking with a Nigerian and then tries to do the accent, like maybe there's an interview and they end up sounding this simple non-us way. I mean, I'm not trying to say they can get the accent like us, but I'm trying to say, is that the way it comes out to their ears?
To them.
Like it's something to think about and say, do we actually sound the way we think we sound?
Well, okay, when you put it that way, sure. But I still say some are more understandable than others.
Yeah, no,
some
definitely.
are just
there are some that when they get
way
it,
off. Some just make it sound like you don't know how to speak.
Yes. And some of them
like
when they get there are some movies that they've gotten like, and the person was not Nigerian, or they did it and I'm like, oh wow, that's research, that's good, that's the way we sound.
In mind, or you're just saying?
I can't remember them right now, but yeah, I've seen some. Okay. I didn't come in get with that information.
And is this a movie without David Oyelowo or someone?
No, it's not without without the proper Nigerians that they just bring and say, oh yeah, you do it. Then the person will say, okay. And sometimes, some of the ones that piss me off when they bring those Nigerians in and they don't actually get it right. I'm like,
that even the Nigerians don't get it right.
Yeah, I tell you yourself.
This is why. I'm sorry, we're a bit going off, but this is why I like the show Bob Hearts Abishola.
No.
Do you know that show?
No.
Oh crap. Okay. It has. Okay, you should check it out. It's actually really funny. So it's about this guy in America dating this black babe. She's Nigerian, and she's basically she talks like a Nigerian, but but she's obviously living there. So what they try to make it a bit of a mix of the two. So she's not going like I have full American accent. No, she's talking like she's Nigerian, and she just who is it? She's just who she is, and she speaks Yoruba in there sometimes. And then they have some other Nigerian characters that work for the white guy, and they straight on speak Yoruba, like full Yoruba. They'll translate it proper Yoruba. I don't mean shit Yoruba. That they're just saying maybe because it reminds. I'm going off again. It reminds me of Born Identity when they put that guy in there. He's a Nigerian. It's something.
Yeah, he's a Nigerian. Adewale.
And in there, for some reason, they made him say
Oriope. He said Oriope.
Thank you. Omitutu is a different movie. Sorry.
He said Oriope.
And I'm like, it felt a bit out of context.
It felt out of context.
Manage it.
Because he has never been.
Told him say something. Yeah.
He said Oriope.
And I was like, but it was manageable. But I was like, okay.
But
this one's a lot better.
His Nigerian accent is not the best though. Adewale, his own is not. He's Nigerian. Yeah, when it comes to speak English and say, boy, it could be worse. But because I remember the.
But this Bob Hart Sabishola one is way better.
Yeah, I'll check it out. This is. Let's go into the writers. We didn't choose, but we're choosing one of these many characters.
Yeah. You go first because this is you.
I'm going to go for Ogun Fire Force. Why I'm going? Not because I think exactly just for those because it gave me vibes and it was nice to see. So I'm going to put Ogun Fire Force as my rider. It's you now. You're waiting for me. Oh,
okay. Fire Force. No. There was a bit of a whatever. Okay. Okay. Since you are going with Ogun, I think his surname is even Montgomery or something. Montgomery.
Yeah, something like that.
The research. Yes. See your face. Your face looked like why? But anyway.
Exactly why.
Okay, so see, my instinct wants me to go to One Piece. But that is so predictable.
Yeah, I wanted to go to One Piece, but I said let me just leave them.
You should go away of One Piece.
One Piece gets so many shouts.
Propaganda.
I'm telling you, Oda needs to come and just give us money.
I swear. Okay, no. So yeah, not One Piece. Oh wow. You know what? I suppose this could be a nice way to use Carol from Carol and Tuesday Sha. But when I want to do the rider now, it's gonna be hard for me to put the two together. They are not in the same. It won't match. What I want to use is okay. Yeah. Oh no. Oh goodness gracious. Okay. Sorry, you guys are not hearing me struggle as we're just up here. And even Uforo has tuned me out. He's looking at his phone. Can you imagine? Even as I'm outing him, he's still looking at his phone.
Yes, because I've tuned you
out. Look at me now.
Because you're wasting too much time. I've moved on. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. You know what?
Wow.
Oh my god,
guys,
why is this hard? I know. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's like another 2 hours of other people's time you used to just choose.
Whatever. You know what? I'm because if I go with some of the others, we've already done something like Promise Neverland. There's no point doing it again. You know what? Technically, we've not done Bleach, even though it's obvious. But I want to like go with Tosen or something. So I think I'll go
Tosen.
with
Tosen. She has gone with Tosen.
Yes.
Tosen. Yes, Tosen, guys. We're happy. We're done. Wow, that was it. Tosen.
Look at you. You don't want me to change my mind, right?
Tosen. What a guy. We love Tosen. Woo!
Whatever.
I wrote it quickly.
You don't want me to back out.
No.
It's alright.
But
Carol will
but
come another time.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much.
You know what?
Well,
no,
go on.
Yeah,
you want to change your mind again?
No. I'm not. I almost did. In
fact, I'm ending this podcast. Thank you guys.
So rude. So rude.
Like, subscribe,
You're
follow,
playing me out.
watch.
Let me make my speech.
Thank you. Enjoy. Thank you for 100 podcasts and watch all those animes. They're all awesome. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye bye.